Okay, today's project, we'll be working on this back bar cooler here. We already got the power off to it. Have to change the compressor out on this. We got our line sets coming in here. The solenoid somebody previously installed vertically, not the preferred way I like to do it. I like to do horizontal, but penetrations down here going down into the dungeon. That's where we're going to go next. So we've already got the system pumped down. We're going to tap into these lines, put 2 line taps on here so we can easily access for vacuum pump and for charging the system. And now we'll go in the back room and look at the rest of the fun. So here again, the back bar, we're going to go back into the fun zone where the condensing unit is located. Okay, here's the condensing unit. Doing a bunch of preparations up above here. I've added a suction line accumulator to try to prevent some sludging, and because the condensing unit is located below the evaporator coil, it's my preferred method. We'll go down into the dungeon, and today's job is going to require usage of carts like this, and we're going to let the fun begin as soon as I get in position here. Okay, now we're down into my working space for the day. Here again, we got nice little carts to do what we got to do. Thankful it's not a swamp down here. I'm very grateful for the lights that are down here. And temperature's just fine. Been in these before where there's spider webs everywhere and full of water, no lights. So thankfully we got lights down here. This is the guy we're going to change out today. Now, we confirmed when we were down here last week that the compressor was shot. We had locked off the discharge. It would not pump into a vacuum. And I think it's a 2005 and an R22 unit, so we're gonna convert that over and change it to I think we're gonna go with MO99 on this one. So I gotta get power disconnected here. I'm glad they had a disconnect switch. It was really nice with the fuse. A sprinkler head down here, so a little nervous about torching down here, kind of why we did some of the prep work up top. And no place to run quick if we need water, so I'm gonna get started. Okay, here we are again. A couple of things I really appreciate. I'll share with you guys. Got this magnetic flashlight, comes in real handy. Really loving this Bosch tool. You push the button and you get some light, and that comes in real handy when you got to loosen some screws down here when you're doing electrical connections. It comes in really nice. And I do a lot of self-contained refrigeration. Do a lot of AE 4450, 4440 compressor changeouts. 4450 comes with these pipes, 2 different sizes. It's already got a swedge on one end. Comes in real handy. I just throw them down here in the bottom of my tool bag when I don't use them, And then a situation like this, where I gotta do a little plumbing, it's gonna slide right in here to the sight glass. And then I'll just heat this up a little bit and bend it. And we'll get rid of this sight glass. It's already got a sight glass here. We'll get rid of the dryer. We've already got a dryer here. So we'll be able to sweat this in and bend this pipe up and connect in, get my liquid line back. So I also got this little handy little carrying case here. Got some Wagos in it, and some wire nuts and connectors. I got some butt connectors and self-tapping screws, and it comes in real handy when you're in a situation like this, because you hate to have to run back to the truck a minute to try to go get a wire nut or a butt connector. So this is my tool bag here, just pretty simple one. Got a lot of stuff in it. It is quite heavy. In this case, we just set it on a cart and slid it down in here. So got a low pressure control here. I got to get that hooked up. Got a guy upstairs wiring in the KE2 controller and sweating in some line taps, so we don't have to bring the vacuum pump and the scale and the refrigerant and all that down here. So I'll get this buttoned up and then we'll be up top again. Okay, this one's a wrap. We got the system all plumbed in. Got our suction line accumulator there, all wrapped up, going up into the penetration, up into the main floor. Got a full sight glass here, kind of hard to see down here in the dungeon. Low pressure control hooked up. And the box is currently pulling down a lot of products, so it'll probably be a little while before it gets down to temp. We are going to hang out here and just make sure that it cycles off, does everything it should, kicks back on, the solenoid closes and opens. Other than that, yeah, this is a good one. This is a wrap. And now we get to make the trek back out of the dungeon. How often do you think that gets maintenance done on it? Alright, we're back up to civilization, and that's a wrap.